To the air again, Newton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's got this down to the 35. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Matt Judon there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's White, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down. Newton, fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
1-yard attempt.
The kick by Tavecchio is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. I wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them.
Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the option is Jackson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Jackson on 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Gain of 12.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Jackson, option right, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
Newton's pass complete to N'Keal Harry. A fumble.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Newton. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Newton on the move to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Newton. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, that'll be taken in by Demir Bird. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Newton. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 38. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a handoff looking right. That'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. He gets it to Brown, complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Now a carry for White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Calais Campbell on
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Newton on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The grab. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
At their own 25-yard line.
He pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On third down, Newton. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Newton. A throw right side, caught by Key. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing again is Newton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He completes it right side away. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
So
we have reached halftime here, and what's an 8-point? All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With the score, Ravens 14, Patriots 6.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more.
Now, a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half of their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Now Jackson. Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Opting to run again here with White. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on third down, Newton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Newton on first down. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
2-yard gain on the play.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
1st and 10.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Baltimore, and even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal... situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Open man is Myers. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Look at the spin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's going deep for Brown. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Well, that last run for a 1st down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Jackson going to look to do it himself. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And now here is another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They stay on the ground with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Patrick Queen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack on 1st down, Newton, and he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the draw, here's White. Wiggles free, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one, and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run it in with White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Oh, yeah, baby. All day, all day.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker to kick.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Newton on 3rd down. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. That's caught left side, Myers with it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down. From the gun, Newton. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Throwing is Newton. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They'll run. This is White. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you You're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt it.
Skirt
it maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Baltimore.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out come the Patriots.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
23-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Newton. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's able to get up here to the 26. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Being chased out left. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He may try and run for this. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
What a play! What a play!
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New England trying to get a place on offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Newton now to throw. This is White on the screen. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
To the air again, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And no, they can't connect on the pass, so that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw again is Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.